10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
When you're beat, that's what I
1.
Betray! I'm sorry, Luna, but we gotta do an ending.
Round 1 of the Ambidex game results. Thank you, Ambidex.
So yeah, we need to go down that path. We more or less will just be going through... Yeah, it seems like it's not gonna be nearly as long as the other one, but we'll see. Still gotta get it, because we need the info. It's fine, I stepped out of the AV room, I could see the others running toward the monitor, shoving and pushing to get closer. Tenmyoji was left behind, his footsteps a slow, heavy plod. What had happened to make him like that? Were you telling the truth? If our BP hits 0, do we really...
Well, you chose betray because of what I said, right? Don't worry. You made the right choice.
You better not have lied to me, so I chose betray.
Well, Zero will tell you if I lied or not.
0?
Yo, what's up? Siggy! But no! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
You'll see in a minute. Let's go, Sigma.
Hey! What do you mean Zero's gonna tell me? Bye, hold on! Damn it.
Good. Looks like you're all here. Finally, let's get ready to rock! Ambidex game! Round 1! The results! If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Bunny! I'm sorry, Luna. I'm sorry.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Sigma, why did you and Phi do that? All we had to do was choose ally 3 times, and we could all escape together. After this, we only would have needed 2 more rounds and we would have all had 9 points. But now why?
I hung my head. There was no way I could look at her in the eye and try to explain what I'd done.
It was me. I told him to betray you.
What?
There's a way to get out faster. If you're successful twice with betray, you'll get 3 points each time, which gives you 6. That means you'll have 9 BP after the second AB game.
I know that. Is that why you chose betray? So you can escape before the rest of us?
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to get out first or anything. Just wanted to have a little leverage.
How is leverage supposed to help you?
Well, I was planning on getting out of here with everybody else, and he...
You're lying. What makes you think I'm going to believe that?
Their eyes met for a long moment, but all I could see as Luna was sadness and disappointment. Vi opened her mouth and shut it again and looked away. I was about to apologize to Luna when...
Hey, what were you thinking?
I'm sorry, Alice. I didn't think you'd choose ally.
What? You really think I'd betray you?
Well, no. That's what I thought at first.
But Kay told you to choose betray, didn't he?
Yes, I did. I was sure you would vote similarly.
Are you listening? I'm not going to vote betray against Clover.
Is that so? You never considered that we might choose to betray you?
What?
Clover would never choose that, of course. But what if I was your sole opponent? I understand it might seem strange of me to say this, but who would trust a man who hides his face? If I were in your position, I would be quite certain my masked opponent would choose betray.
Well, but it wasn't just you. Clover was there too.
Yes, she was. But if I'd chosen to end an argument by force, do you think she would have had any chance? I was certain you'd choose Betray for that very reason.
So that was why you did it.
Yes.
After he explained his thinking to me, I thought he had a good point.
It's all right. I understand.
I'm so sorry.
I apologize. This is very unfortunate.
The past is the past. There's no point complaining about it. I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game.
Oh boy. That was when I finally noticed Dio, Quark, and Tenmyoji.
Let me give you a little warning, Tenmyoji. That little shit is a hell of an actor. I'll bet you money he's a born con man.
Okay, so what essentially happened is that depending on... Okay, so last time with the other ending, we were able to hear this conversation a little bit more. But with the other one, we couldn't hear it as much. But here now, we could hear more of that conversation between Alice and Clover. So that's like a neat little detail.
I don't know what he is to you, but if I were you, I'd trust that kid as far as I could throw him, and at your age, that can't be much. You hearing me, old man? Keep an eye on him.
It looked like things hadn't gone as planned for the other teams either. Nonetheless, we all seem to have reached some sort of truce.
Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Skippy, 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 skippy. Woo! Oh yeah, we gotta do these again, huh? What is it this time? Thought something, yeah. Well, I'm glad I went through all this in the other ending then. Just makes this a lot faster. Thank you, skip button. Okay, so... It looks like the only way I can go through is the red door, so go from there then.
We're almost out of time. I'll just explain it as fast as I can. Just like before, there are only 3 possible combinations.
Yeah, we need to go through the red door, blah, 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 blah.
3,
I'm not going with... I had enough of...
Oh dear.
I'd like Luna to come with us.
Huh? Me?
Need someone gullible for the next round?
Hey, shut up. Aren't you my partner?
Maybe. But I don't want her to think that means I agree with you.
You betrayed me last time, Fi. And Dio, you betrayed Tenmyoji.
Ah, come on. Didn't I tell you? It was Quark who...
Dio! Stop saying that!
Anyway, Fi and I won't be choosing Betray this time. Your BP's 1 right now, isn't it? If you chose Ally and we chose Betray, what would it be?
-1. I'd die.
I didn't want to say it straight out, but yeah. We're not gonna go that far just to get out of here. Right, Fi?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to take a chance on you.
Luna, Are you sure about this?
Yes, I've made up my mind.
Then that means Quark and I will be going with Kay, since it looks like Alice is pretty determined.
Yes, I am.
Then I get to go with Alice again. I'm totally good with that. What I did to Alice last time was really bad. I want to try to make up for it.
So we're going with option C then?
Sigma.
That means each group is going through a complementary door.
Okay, so we're paired up with Alice again, of course.
Sigma, Alice, and Clover are going through the red door. Tenmyoji, Quark, and Kay are going through the green door. And finally, Dio, Luna, and I are going through the blue door. Any objections?
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
If there were any objection, there was no time for them.
Let's go!
The announcer's voice filled the room as we ran for our doors.
3, 2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Woo! Huh? Is this a dead end?
There are 3 doors, but it looks like they're all locked.
I wonder what this thing does.
Well, it's got a lever.
Can you pull that, Sigma?
Sure thing. Huh? Well, that's interesting.
It opened the door on the right.
That seems kind of weird. I mean, why just that one? What about the other 2?
Details hardly seems important to me. They gave us the way forward. I say we take it. Come along now.
Without waiting for a response, Alice strode off toward the open door. Clover and I hurried to follow. Well, I get to finally explore this place, I guess.
Whoa! This is amazing! Who'd ever need this much underwear?
What?
Well, I mean, all these boxes and stuff are panties, right? And there are a lot of boxes.
Panties?
Isn't that what it said on the door?
Clover dear, it didn't say panty.
It said pantry.
Pantry?
It's where you keep food.
Whoops.
Oh, I guess that makes more sense.
Okay. Her face had turned in an especially amusing shade of red. What do you think that is?
I'd say it's a water storage tank.
It's totally full of water.
The stuff on the shelves looks like it's mostly bread, maybe a few pastries, but no panties.
So just a whole bunch of food, huh?
Clover was right that there's a lot, though.
Looks like you could live here for quite a while.
I'd have to agree.
Then what do you think this place is for?
Maybe it's where they quarantine sick people.
What?
Didn't we tell you about Radical 6?
I guess that story really was true.
You're saying that the reason they've got all this food and water is so that they can keep infected people here. That's ridiculous. I'm not infected with some weird-ass disease. I don't want to spend the rest of my life locked up in a metal box.
Me either. Giving us food is all well and good, but no spare underwear? That's unforgivable.
Seriously? How long are you guys going to keep making fun of me for that?
Right, well, we need to search this room. So let's get started. First of all, let's see. Let's see what we got. Fractions? No, I think these are all pages from a day calendar. Blue ones are Saturdays and the red ones are Sundays. So the black numbers are weekdays. Empty plastic container. Does basic water. So does that mean we're supposed to put basic water in here? Maybe. Neutral water. Acidic water. Basic water. Don't we have a basic water already? What do you think this machine is? The bottom part looks like some kind of dolly. It's got this 5x5 grid of metal boxes. The top row's empty, though. Yeah, do you think we're supposed to put something in them? Well, not something, I guess. Probably more boxes. Button parts? Empty beaker? Appears to be a graphic of some sort. There's a small hole to the right of it. Wonder what this thing is. Well, it's full of ice cubes. Do you think maybe it's an ice machine? It's pretty big for something like that. Maybe it's an industrial ice machine. These look like handles, right? I wonder if you can lift it open. Let me give it a shot. Ugh, no good. Won't even budge. These are some pretty impressive shelves. That's a lot of pre-packaged food. There's a bunch of instant coffee and boxers of tea. You mean boxes, right? Silly, silly. You see this red button? I think it keeps the wheel in place. So if we push it, it'll unlock. I think we can move this thing, we can release all the locks. Sounds good. Let's get it to it then. Well then, how do we push it then? Oh, it's there. I'm pressing the button. First though, what? What do you mean? How do you, what do you mean? Oh. What's this? A binder? It's got a couple of pieces of paper inside. We probably ought to hang on to them, huh? Nutritional balance charts. It's probably there then. Alright, all the wheel locks should be released now. Good, let's see if we can move this thing. Okay, let's have a look inside. There's a binder here too. And this is, what, some kind of chemical? Let's take that binder first. Found a pH scale, you can review it in the archive. Oops. Now the chemical. pH detection chemical. This is chemical for detecting pH. You can use it to test how basic or acidic something is. Did you ever do that in school? You put it in the water, and the water changes color depending on the basicity or acidity. Yucky. Yucky. So these are all drawers, huh? Yeah, tons of them. Wow, how many are there, I wonder? 366. What? I said there are 366 drawers. You just looked at them and figured that out. No, I did the math. They're divided into 4 sections. Each row is numbered 1 through 14. In other words, there are 14 rows in each section. The columns are labeled with the letters A through G, so you've got 7 columns per section, and 4 sections means 28 columns total. Now, each section has a few spots where there aren't any drawers, right? Well, specifically, there are 26 of these spots. So you just calculate 14 times 28 minus 26, and that's 366. Right. You did all that in your head? Of course. It's pretty simple stuff. Okay, then. This is from a calendar, right? Yeah, it looks a little weird, though. Wait, I think there's something written on the back of it. The day the man was abducted. Oh, yeah. There is something back here. First half of the year, second half of the year, calendar note. Hey, the screen lit up. Looks like it's starting to turn on when you touch it. I think we need to type something in. Yeah. Okay, let me give it a shot. The day the man was abducted. First half of the year. The day the man was abducted. Not sure what I'm supposed to do with this. Don't get it. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that right now. Fill a speaker. And I guess let's combine this with here. Hey, look at that. pH detection chemical worked. It's a sort of yellow-green. Well, going by the pH color scale we got, it looks like the pH of this solution is 6. This is the water you get from the 0 button, right? The water you got when you press the 0 button had a pH of 6, right? That would mean push the +1 button, then you'd get pH 7. Yeah, maybe. Huh. So we need to get to 10 then, in order to get basic water. Okay. So 7, 8, 9. So let's see, we need to... And then we need to test it again. pH 9. It's ionized. We need to get one more. I wonder. Will this have 10 now? No. Then how do we get 10 then? Neutral. What's neutral again? Hang on. Neutral is 7. So that's the drinking water. Okay. Basic. Right. I guess the only choice is to do it above, then, maybe? Let me see. Then I guess that's our only choice, then. Because we can't add to it, because we only have those buttons. So I guess that's our only choice right now. Okay, then... Let me see. What do we get with this? Is it gonna be also acidic? pH of 3. Or maybe we need to get... maybe we need to get it to 4. Perhaps. pH of 4. So that probably means that's what the acidic water needs. Maybe. Okay, so where would we put this water then? Do we have to put it back where we found it, or...? I hope that's what we need. Warm drawer? Okay. Okay, then. So maybe I can use this button now? Maybe. There we go. Should be in there pretty good now. Yeah, looks good to me. Well, why don't you go ahead and push it? There. Did you hear that? Sounds like the lock opened. So we can open it. I assume so, yeah. Huh? So it is supposed to open. Look, it's empty. I wonder why. Looks like I can open it from both sides. See? I think you could do that from the front or back, too. Then there's no hinge, it's just one huge lid. It's just sitting on top of the bottom. Look, there's something inside that ice cube to you. Yeah, you're right. Wonder if we can get to it. Well, we won't just be grabbing it, that's for sure. This glass is in the way. How about dropping it through the hole? Hole? There's a square hole down here, see? I think you just need to slide the ice cube into it. How? I really have to explain it? Alright, fine, just pay attention. Yeah, that's not gonna work. How is this gonna work? I definitely need to... I need to find a way to get this to work. I need to find a way to get these ice cubes to freeze on a specific point. I didn't want to do that, but okay. Oh, maybe. I think maybe I got it. It's just a question of doing it. If I can just get that going there. Maybe. Hang on. Come on. I think I got the idea. It's just I'm not quite getting there. Okay. Because I need to make sure that these freeze in the right place. It's just a question of how. Ugh. Come on, damn it. Come on. Think I got the idea. Like, I know how to get it in there. Like, one of these needs to be there, but I need to make sure that these get stacked. That's the question of how to do it. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it. No, not quite. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. Hmm. How does this work? Oh, you're freaking confusing me. God damn it, god damn it, god damn it. Wait, no. No. Fucking. Ugh. Worked. Good job, Sigma. Open it up. We should be able to get that ice cube now. I guess combine it with the warm drawer. Something like that, anyway. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Let's see. What we need. What do we need? Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. Screen's blue now. Do you think this could be, maybe possibly be it? Yeah, it's probably the safe password. It's good, right? Well, there's one problem. This screen shuts off after a set amount of time. No, we need to be fast. I can do it. I've got a really good memory. All I need is a moment. Okay. Ooh. Boo. And I guess we have to just get everything else then, huh? First of all, I guess we just open this damn safe. So, star, sun, moon. Nice. Nice. Alright, let's get these freaking rations. Come on, get through it. And I guess we can also put the dolly back? Oh, you hear that? It's probably warming up now. Keep an eye on it. Sounds like it's done. Open it up and have a look. Hey, look, the water from the ice... Ah! Cart's underneath the water. Okay, here goes. Just kidding. Dick move. Look at the screen. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Nice. You fish. Nice. Ah! I just solved the shit out of this puzzle. Aren't you getting a little too excited? Yeah, it's kind of freaking me out. Did you see the screen? Nice. We're freaking done. Woo! This pretty much means we got novel from here on out. Woo. Alright, what is it? Star, sun, moon. So, more or less the same, just in different places. Cool. Alright, let's see what we got. Versus a map. It says floor B. The one we found in the Vermi says floor A. Yeah, so did the one in the lounge. And that would make floor A the top floor, right? I mean, we rode the elevator down to get here. Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's keep looking. There's a lot of stuff in here. These must be key cards. They have moons on them. Then these have to be the cards the announcer was talking about. We got 2 of them, just like with the sun keys. Take 1, Clover. Huh? Why? Well, you're solo, right? Alice and I only need 1. Right. Now what we got left? A key. Is that the exit key? Yeah, it must be. This is our ticket out of here. What are we waiting for? Let's go. It's a goo. Woo! Now it's just novel from here on out. At least from what I can see on the flowchart anyway. We gotta read.
Ambidex 45 minutes.
Yay. Dio did it again! Gate's been opened.
One of the other teams must have done it.
But the rest of us aren't even back yet.
We can fix that. Come on, let's get it moving. Just then. Whoa. Did you two just get back?
Yes, we did, but
Then the team that opened the AB gate must have been the ones who went through the blue door.
That would be Luna, Bai, and Dio.
Dio! Wait. You guys went through the green door, didn't you? Then why the hell did you come out the blue one?
there's an explanation for that, I promise. Just tell me, have any of you seen Quark?
Quark? No, we haven't seen him. Did something happen?
He's gone.
Gone.
On the other side of the green door, we found a room called the treatment center. We found our key cards and left, but on our way out, he just disappeared.
So you went through the blue door to see if he'd gone in there?
No, that's not it. Look at this map.
I mean, we know where he is at this point. Oh, so you go through the green door in the treatment center, and eventually you end up at the blue door.
It looks like there's a pretty big room in the middle there. What is it?
A warehouse similar to the one on floor A.
In any event, we've spent some time searching, but have been unable to locate Quark.
Huh? Well, maybe he went back to the other floor already.
That is a possibility. I will return and see.
I'm going back through the blue door. Figure I'll take a look at the area Luna and her team were searching.
I'll come with you then. We got a better chance at finding him with 2 pairs of eyes.
Right. Thanks. Sorry about all this.
I guess there's nothing for it. I'll help look for him.
Me too.
Then we'll leave floor A to you guys.
Right. Let's go. Come on, Clover.
Right behind you.
Tenyoji and I headed through the blue door while Alice, Clover, and Kay climbed into the elevator. Peck. Peck. What is this place?
It looks like a bunch of hazmat suits, probably for protection against viral or chemical agents.
So these things you keep you from getting sick?
Yeah, that's the idea. We should ask Luna's group about them. They investigated this room first.
There's another room underneath.
Well, let's have a look then.
Damn. He's not here.
Oh, Quark. Where the hell did you go? I should have kept a closer eye on him. If I'd just been watching.
Tenyoji's face was drawn, and the knuckles of his fist were white. He was an old man, but until then, I hadn't realized how old. Suddenly he looked very, very tired. Don't worry about it. I'm sure we'll find him. Come on, let's go try somewhere else. I put a gentle hand on his shoulder and guided him toward the exit. So this is the floor B warehouse, huh? Looks just like the other one.
That's pretty close, I'll give you that. Couple differences, though. Have a look over there.
Doors are shining? No way. Are these chromatic doors?
Yeah, seems like it. See over here? They've got a box next to them, just like the ones next to the other doors.
I guess they're all white doors this time. We should go tell the...
No, first we look for Quark.
But... Look, I don't think he's here. What do you say we head back to floor A for now? Maybe somebody else has already found him.
All right, let's go.
Dio!
Oh, it's just you. I'm guessing you haven't found Quark? I ran into Clover and Alice in the warehouse up on floor A. They told me about Quark and how you're all looking for him.
So he hasn't come back to the warehouse?
Nope. Maybe he just went off to ruminate on a solution to this game. Chewing his cud, so to speak.
What?
Well, that's what ruminants do, isn't it?
Hey! This is no time for jokes. You should be out there looking for him, too.
Why would I do that? It sounds so boring.
Aren't you worried about him?
Why the hell would I be worried about some kid I've never even seen before?
What?
For all I know, he's Zero Senior. He could be hiding in some swank little cubbyhole, swirling a glass of brandy and gloating. Look at all those fools running around.
That's insane!
Yeah, there's...
What, there's no way? Are you sure? Nobody knows what Zero looks like. He could totally be a kid. I warned you, Tenmyoji. I told you it was a bad idea to just swallow everything that little bastard told you.
I trust Quark.
Suit yourself. Just don't come crying to me when it bites you in the ass.
I mean, I have no freaking trust in you, Dio, but okay. I have more trust in freaking Quark than I do fucking you. The air grew thick with tension, but before their tempers managed to set it alight, Phi burst into the room.
Sigma. Good. You've got Tenmyoji and Dio with you. We found something. Come on, all of you.
Did something happen?
Just... You'll understand when you get there, all right? Now come on.
Where are we going?
The crew quarters.
Oh, are Alice and Clover dead now? Or is it Alice and Luna again? Yeah, it's Alice and Luna again. Mm-hmm. It's happening again!
No.
What in the world?
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
There was a roaring in my ears, breathing, heartbeat, but my footsteps sounded muffled as if I was hearing them through layers of cotton. I pressed a shaking hand to Alice's neck. Her skin was still warm, but the only pulse I felt was my own. Luna was the same. They're dead. Both of them. By then, everyone had arrived, cramming themselves in the small cabin. Nobody spoke. Silence filled the room, flowing into my ears and throat like cold, brackish water. A chill shuddered its way through my body. I stood there, frozen, staring at them. I'd seen a corpse before, when we discovered the old woman, but this was different. The old woman had always been dead, at least to me, but Alice and Luna I had known. They'd been living, breathing people less than an hour ago. Reality settled around my shoulders like a thick lead blanket, and my chest felt suddenly hollow. Who found them? My throat felt dry as I spoke. It was a full minute before someone answered.
Clover, I think. When Kay and I ran over, she was just kind of standing there next to the bodies. It was pretty clear they were both dead.
I think Clover killed them.
No! No! Fuck you, Dio. Clover's not that frickin' type. Shut up.
Me? Kill them?
You got into a fight with Alice after the AB game, didn't you?
You do realize they made up pretty frickin' quick. Fucking idiot.
It looked like you two knew each other before you ended up here, so maybe you were trying to get her killed. None of us had any connection to her, which means you're the most likely to have a motive for murder.
Dio, shut the fuck up.
It's easy to see why she would have killed Luna, too. She probably caught you offing Alice, so you did her in too so she wouldn't rat you out.
Stop it, Dio.
And the AB game is a motive, too.
What do you mean?
Once someone's dead, they can't vote anymore. That means they'll automatically ally. If your opponent's guaranteed to ally, then that's an easy 3 points.
Who was Luna's opponent?
Me and Dio.
Then that would mean Dio had a motive as well.
Yep. Alice saw him killing Luna, so he had to shut her up.
Why the hell would I do something like that?
Pay attention next time. You do it to get an advantage in the next round of the AB game.
What kind of cold-hearted bastard kills a lady for a few points?
I mean, you killed the old woman. But we don't know that yet, do we?
I'm more interested in Alice's condition than in her killer's motives.
I am as well.
What do you mean by her condition?
Her clothes are barely disturbed.
If it weren't for the knife and, blood, she would look as if she was sleeping.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, maybe she was just killed while she was sleeping.
If she wanted to take a nap, why sit on the floor when there's a bed nearby?
That is a little strange. But a better question is, would she really be sleeping right now anyway? Hardly seems like a time for a nap.
She was probably put to sleep then.
What? How?
Oh, come on. How did Zero Senior knock all of us out?
Oh. Yeah, that white gas.
So you're suggesting that Zero Senior knocked them out with the white gas, then killed them both?
Yeah. However it happened, one of the people in this room did it. Well, maybe not one of the people in this room. I forgot about somebody, didn't I?
Are you talking about Quark?
He disappears and then suddenly there's a murder? I don't know about you, but that seems pretty suspicious to me.
Nah, that's crazy. Quark couldn't have done this.
Alright, then why'd he disappear?
There must have been some kind of accident.
Then I might have it backwards. If he wasn't the murderer, maybe he was one of the murdered. Well, that would explain his sudden disappearance, right?
You son of a bitch.
Dio, knock it off. That's going too far.
Whoa, calm down there, big guy. Don't tell me it never crossed your mind. I just said what you were all thinking.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
So I still need to betray. I need to betray in order to get fucking Dio's ending, that fucker.
Alright, time to head for the AB rooms, guys.
Come on, we got more important things to worry about.
Oh, so you're gonna abstain, huh? That's some good luck for you, Clover. Sigma was paired with Alice. Sadly, it looks like she won't be able to vote during this round. If Sigma abstains, then you'll have no one voting against you. Hey, come on, cheer up. This is your chance to escape.
Escape?
That's right. Right now, your BP's at 6. Sigma's saying he won't vote, so if you choose betray...
Clover would get 3 points, bringing her to 9.
Well, hold on there. I didn't say anything about not voting.
Oh, so you are going to vote? Well, you are, right? How exciting. Sigma should have 6 BP, just like Clover. That means this next round is a one-on-one fight. If one of them can trick the other one, they'll have enough BP to get out of here. Can't wait to see who wins.
Yeah, but if we both betray, then we get no points. Either of us.
Oh, this is definitely getting interesting.
Dio, you should have kept your mouth fucking shut.
Right. We should get to the Flore warehouse, guys. Come on.
But knowing you, you run your fucking mouth a lot. Hey, Clover, can you choose ally? We'll be stuck at 6 points if we both choose betray. If we both cooperate, we'll get 2 points, and then we'll have 8. That means it's pretty easy for us to get 9 in the next round.
Yeah?
I said I want you to choose ally.
Okay. You'll choose ally too, right?
Of course. She gave me a strange, sort of absent nod and turned to shuffle into the closest AB room. I wasn't sure if she'd actually understood me, but given the effect that Alice's death was having on her, I didn't think there was much else I could have done. I was preparing to enter an AB room of my own when I heard Phi's voice at my elbow and turned.
Sigma, we need to talk.
Hey, Phi. Something up?
How are you planning to vote?
I was just talking to Clover about that. We were planning to vote ally.
Yeah, I thought so.
Huh?
Listen to me, Sigma. Because Luna's not voting in this round, her vote will default to ally. Her opponent is Dio and me. That means we're pretty much guaranteed to have 9 BP by the end of this round.
You and Dio are going to choose betray?
Luna's only got 1 BP left, but she's not wearing her bracelet anymore. You saw that, right? That means it won't do anything if her BP goes negative. Well, it's not like it can make her any deader anyway. You have to betray Clover. If you can get to 9 BP, then I'll take you with us.
Wait. You mean you're planning to escape?
Of course. If you don't come with us, you're gonna be stuck here for the rest of your life.
Why? If you just wait until everyone's got 9 BP.
I can't do that. You really think Dio's gonna stick around once he's got enough points to split? You gotta make a choice here. The number 9 door is only gonna open once. If you pick ally and Clover does too, then you only have 8 points. I promise you Dio's gonna make a break for it as soon as he can. If you want to have any chance of getting out, you need those 3 points. Now.
So if I want to get out, I have to betray Clover.
Right.
Why are you telling me this? How do I know you didn't just tell Clover the same thing?
Talk to Clover? I'd have about as much luck talking to a potato right now. The truth is, I want you to come with me.
Why?
I just know that you're important, somehow.
You just know, huh? Did you tell Kay? He's got 6 points right now too, you know?
No, I haven't talked to him. He's playing against Tenmyoji. Tenmyoji's only got 1 point left.
So if he chooses ally, he's going to get penalized.
Exactly.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game.
It's almost time. Remember what I said. You have to choose betray.
She looked me in the eye until I nodded, then turned and jogged to her door. Is Clover really going to choose ally? If she does, then all I have to do is choose betray, and I'm out of here. No, I promised I'd choose ally, so that's what I'm gonna do. Dio's almost certainly going to have 9 PP after this round. If he gets out, I'm going to be stuck here forever.
10 seconds remain. 9, 8, 7, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Results. Thank you. Ambidex.
Getting your damn ending. Ugh. Gonna beat the shit out of you. The door ground open, and I stepped out. All around me, other AB rooms were disgorging their occupants.
Wait! Dio!
Fi's voice echoed hollowly across the room. Followed her eyes to the number 9 door. Into Dio. Dio, no! Shook my head. I had to get to that door.
What are you doing, Dio?
No, he's going to try and open it.
Damn right I am.
But the results...
Like I need to wait for that.
Ah, Dio's BP was at 6. His opponent was Luna, and she is... well, she is as she is. Her vote would have defaulted to Ally.
All he had to do was pick Betray.
And he'd have 9 points, right?
Excellent answer. I hope you remember to show your work.
But... Vi was Dio's partner.
And her BP was the same as Dio's. That means she has 9 now as well.
Exactly. It was 9 the moment we stepped out of the AB room.
Why? Why didn't you stop Dio from choosing Betray?
You got the wrong idea, old man. This wasn't just my decision. We both decided to vote this way.
Is that true?
Yeah. I didn't have a choice.
You didn't? Because of you, Luna's BP is -1.
So? What, she's gonna die again? Zero can pump all the poison he wants into her. It's not gonna make a difference now. Besides, her bracelet's already fallen off.
You...
Then why did you try and stop Dio, Fi? I believe I heard you cry out, "Wait," as he headed toward the number 9 door.
Are you planning to wait for the rest of us? Did you just want to get your BP up to 9 to reduce your own risk?
Sorry, but no. The only reason I stopped Dio is because I needed to know what someone else voted.
Someone else?
But that would be...
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
This is gonna be painful.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
Like, I'm only doing this for the freaking info dump. It doesn't make me feel any less freaking horrible.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
That... no. You betrayed me, Sigma. Why?
What other choice did I have?
To keep your promise, you jerk! You liar! You're a coward! You don't care about anybody but yourself! All you wanted was to get out of here! You're horrible! I hate you!
Wait a minute. Just listen to me for a second. Whatever I did, Dio and Fi were going to get 9 PP. The door would have opened whether I had 9 points or not.
So? All that means is that you picked Betray because you didn't want to get left behind.
No, that's not it. How could we know if they would go get help once they escaped? I can trust Fi, but Dio is different. I didn't know what Dio might do to Fi after they went through the door. Well, they turned out to be Zero Senior. So I figured that if they were going to escape anyway, I should go with them and make sure they...
Is that it? Is that your excuse? Liar! Liar! You're just like Dio! You're a coward! ever. Just fine. I was stupid to trust you.
Clover, I heard a clang and turned. Painful.
Sorry. I went ahead and opened it. Gonna have plenty of time to watch soaps on the outside, so I didn't feel like I needed to stick around to see how this little drama played out.
Dio!
Dio!
All right, lady and gentlemen, shall we? Why so serious?
Kill him now. Just kill him now.
This really isn't the time for hesitation. You both crossed a line you weren't supposed to cross. You betrayed your friends. Am I right? But you didn't have a choice, did you? You had to survive. Isn't that the way an animal thinks, though? Don't get me wrong. I see the logic, but it's kind of animal logic. Still, you made your bed. Now you gotta lie in it. If you're gonna be an animal, be an animal.
Kill
Own
him
it.
now. Kill him now.
The losers, the weak, throw them away. That's how nature works, my friends. That's life at its most pure.
That's the freaking mind of a capitalist. Shut the fuck up.
You get me? Now come on, hurry up and...
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Well, stay if you want. No skin off my back. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.
Wait! God damn it, Dio!
Grab him! Tomoyoshi leapt forward. Dio faked left, then dashed right, slipping around Tomoyoshi and through the door.
3, 2, 1, 0. The number 9 door is closing.
Let's go, Sigma! Shut up! Just do it!
Looked at her, slightly confused. Before I could respond, her hand closed around my arm like a vice. She hauled me bodily through the open door. Dio!
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation.
Sigma! Phi! Dio! Open up! Open this goddamn door!
Tomoyoshi's voice was muffled by the thick steel, but I could still hear his desperation and anger. Tried to ignore it.
Alrighty then. Here we are.
Is that a hallway?
Only one way to find out.
Just as I had guessed, on the other side of the door was a wide hallway. Fortunately, it seemed to stop in a dead end. Took only a second to find a familiar-looking door on the left side of the hallway. We opened it and stepped inside. Oh.
This must be the prep room.
I think I searched this place with Dio and Luna.
Well, this is probably just another one that looks like it. You really think you would have been able to get to something on the other side of the number 9 door?
Hold up. You know about the one on floor B2?
Yeah. I visited with Tenmyoji when we were looking for Quark.
Huh.
So you know that the pressure in here is a lot higher than the pressure outside?
What?
Oh, you didn't.
What are you talking about?
Didn't I just say what I'm talking about? The air inside this facility is kept at a higher pressure than the air outside. Apparently, they're doing it to keep the virus from getting in. If you're leaving, you have to lower the pressure until it matches what's outside. This room is where you prepare for all of that. See those suits over on the wall? They keep you from getting infected once you're outside. You have to put one on before you can go into the pressure exchange chamber downstairs.
How do you know all that?
Luna told me.
Really? Wait, why did Luna know all that?
Apparently, it was all in a manual she found in a room we searched.
Whoa, wait, go back. You said there's some kind of mysterious virus out there.
Well, I wouldn't say it's mysterious. I think it's that Radical 6 thing Alice was talking about. Don't quote me on that, though.
That sounds bad.
Well, we've come this far. We can't turn back now. Let's get those suits on and head outside.
No argument here. Let's do it.
Climbed into the protective suits in silence and headed down to the pressure exchange chamber. With a quiet hum, the process began. I could hear the soft hiss of an air leaving even through my helmet. There was nothing to do until it was finished but wait. Then out of nowhere, Dio spoke up.
I never thought I'd succeed so easily.
It took me a moment to realize his voice was coming from the speaker in my helmet. Apparently the radio was designed to activate automatically. You mean getting out of here?
You're thinking too small. I guess I can tell you who I really am.
What?
And who are you?
You see, the thing is, I'm a hero.
I seriously fucking doubt it.
I was sent here from far away to save mankind. What? Too surprised to speak?
No, that sounds like total bullshit. Dio, I think maybe you should calm down a bit.
We were all excited to be getting out of here, but...
Oh, never mind. You're clearly too small-minded to understand.
We were still going back and forth when the quiet hiss of the air escaping slowed. And stopped. A door at the end of the room slowly ground open. Walked through to find ourselves in a nearly identical room. After 2 or more decompressions, the last door finally opened. Well, this looks desolate. I stepped outside and gasped. A dark landscape like none I'd ever seen lay spread out before me. I couldn't help but stare. What the hell?
Looks like a desert.
I can see that. Question is, which desert?
I don't know. I can tell you what day it is, though.
Huh?
Look. The moon's red. See? This must be a total lunar eclipse.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that in the lounge.
During a total lunar eclipse, the moon is entirely covered by the Earth's shadow. That doesn't mean the moon just disappears or turns black, though. It actually reflects light that's passed through the Earth's atmosphere. But this makes it appear to be red. Essentially, what's happening is that the moon is reflecting the sunset. Do you remember when the next total lunar eclipse was going to happen?
Yeah, December 31st this year, so New Year's Eve. That's what the magazine said, at least. So today is December 31st. Wait, shit. If I got grabbed Christmas morning, then what? That means I've been here 6 days?
Looks like it. We should get to the nearest town.
Okay, and where would that be?
There has to be one around somewhere. Even deserts have some towns, whether they're in the Mojave, Sahara, or Gobi. It's not what I'm worried about, though.
What are you worried about?
Forget it. Doesn't matter right now.
Come on. Tell me. I'm curious now. As possible as it might seem, I would have sworn I heard her frown.
I'm worried about whether or not there are any survivors. If Alice was right about the virus.
Are you saying humankind might be extinct? What the hell? No way, that's impossible. Whole species can't just die out in 6 days. That's...
I hope it's not the case, of course, but there's the possibility. Whatever. We should get moving. There's still 4 people stuck in there, including Quark. We need to find help and come back for them.
Okay. Turn to take a step. There's a rough crackle over the radio and the sound of someone falling. Turn back to see Phi on the ground. Hey, are you alright? What happened? Ran over and helped her lift her back up. She fumbled for a second, then clambered onto her feet.
Where are we?
Her voice was low and rough. Huh?
I see. This
Timeline. Okay. So Phi is our... Phi is our, Akane for the game, then. And she's sending everything that she knows to me. Timeline? She didn't respond. I was about to begin a more irate line of questioning when she suddenly grabbed me by the shoulders.
Hey! Where's Dio?
Dio? Oh yeah, I haven't seen him since we got out. I'm sure he was with us when we left.
Shit! We need to split up and find him.
Why?
Because he needs to tell me something. Why are you asking me this?
What?
Don't tell me you forgot. Wait, maybe not. He must not have made this jump.
She wasn't making any sense.
Damn it. Look, forget about that. Just find Dio. I'm going over to that hill, so you take the other direction.
Okay. That's what you want me to do. Yeah, we're on the right path. We're on the right path. Just need to go through the novel stuff. Okay. But she'd already taken off without waiting for my answer. I watched her for a few seconds, confused, before turning and heading off to look for Dio myself. Damn, don't see him anywhere. Where the hell did that guy go? I was looking around, trying to decide where to go next when I heard them. The signal must have degraded, but I could still make out a few words.
What the hell are you doing? Answer me, Dio.
Their voices were cutting in and out, but I'd heard that last word clear as day. Dio. Sounded like Phi had found him. Spun around and took off in her direction.
Is that a transmitter?
Transmitter?
See. Phone home, huh? Bet free soul's anxious from you.
How do you know that?
Huh. I know everything about you. Know you're the Myrmidons.
Transmission was getting clearer. I had to be getting closer.
Never mind that. I need to ask you something. What's the password for the number 0?
Number 0?
The hell, you man?
I'm no man.
How the hell can you crack jokes right now?
You haven't given me my answer. What's the deactivation code? Hey, what are you... Stop!
Shit, that didn't sound good. I sped up quickly crested the hill in front of me. If there were two guys on the moon and one killed the other with a rock, wouldn't that be fucked up? Yeah, kinda, yeah. There they were. Stop! Went down the hill as fast as I could, half running and half sliding. With the suits on, I couldn't tell who was who, but I had to stop them. Clambered to my feet, slightly winded from my ordeal. The suited figure I'd slammed against lay on the ground next to the other one. I moved over the pier over through the visor. Haha! Fuck you, Dio! Fuck you! His eyes were closed, almost like he was just sleeping. My tackle must have knocked him out.
Thanks. That was a close one.
No sweat. What's this transmitter you were talking about?
You heard, huh?
Yeah?
Well, it's right over there. See that briefcase-looking thing? He was trying to use that to get in touch with somebody.
Where the hell did he get it?
Probably had it hidden somewhere.
Wait, hidden? Are you saying Dio's been here before?
Yeah, probably. My guess is he came here, hid the transmitter, and then snuck into the building.
Snuck in? Wasn't quite sure what to make of that, so I decided to take a closer look at the transmitter. There's a screen on the upper part with a bunch of numbers that looked, well, like nothing. What the heck is this? Is that some kind of phone number?
No, it's too long for that. It's 25 digits.
What is it then?
Don't know. I assume it's some kind of code, but I don't see a key to decode it with.
Heard an odd crackling noise in my helmet. Took me a moment to realize it was a voice, Dio's voice. What's so funny?
Sorry. You guys just had it so fucking backwards I couldn't help myself. You can't find the key to decode it? Well, no shit. The key's right in front of your face.
What?
That's the key. The message is somewhere else. You need those 25 numbers to decode it.
None of what he was saying made any sense. Dio, what's going on here? Who are you trying to call with this thing?
What, you don't know? At least one of you is appropriately ignorant. Fine, whatever. Might as well tell you. I don't really have any reason to hide my identity now that my mission's a success. Besides, she'll probably tell you if I don't. Might as well hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
Dio shifted and put his hands behind his head, but didn't bother to get up. I belong to an organization called the Myrmidons. You'd probably never heard of it. There might be a few people out there who've heard of Free the Soul. If you haven't, well, it's a sacred religious order with over a million true believers. The Myrmidons are the hand of the free soul. We do what needs to be done to bring us closer to the new world Free the Soul promises. Cool! A fucking cult. Cool. There are some people who might call us terrorists. Then again, from their point of view, I suppose we might be. Trying to tear down the corrupt world they built, after all. But when the sun dawns for the first time on our new world, we'll be hailed as saints. Holy messengers to cleanse the filth from the dying planets. Only a handful of people will really become saints. Not even all the Myrmidons. will be guaranteed sainthood. First, you have to be raised with the teachings of the free the soul from birth. Then you have to be chosen to join the ranks of the elite and achieve great things. Yeah, that's just a cult. That's just a cult. Y'all are fucking insane. Returning from this mission wouldn't secure my position. Free the Soul is built around the teachings of a man named Brother, who founded our order many years ago. His teachings were too profound for the ordinary people to understand, but you could say that the core ideas of this doctrine are to separate oneself from worldliness, to destroy greed, and to divorce the soul from the body to cleanse it. Those who follow this teaching with discipline and devotion will be reborn as a new form of human. Only this new species will be able to live in equality, in a world without war or starvation. Brother was born into a poor family. I've been told he didn't know his father, and that he lost his mother at a young age. The only family he had was his younger brother, a boy named Left. They say Brother had a special power, and that he was able to touch the thoughts of other people and see into them. It left him constantly exposed to the filthy greed of mankind. When Brother was 16, Left was found dead. His body was covered in bruises, but the police only made a curiously investigation and quickly ruled his death as a suicide. Later, Brother would find out that the killer had paid the police a massive bribe to keep the truth hidden. He burned with rage, but also found himself immersed in cold despair. Eventually received a divine revelation. Mankind was thoroughly corrupted by greed. They had to be purified, and a new world created. God had given Brother his mission. That was when he began to teach others the truth, and at the age of 26, he started Free the Soul. Once Free the Soul was established, he devoted his resources to research on human cloning, so that he could create the new species he foretold. Does that... I guess that means Zero Sr. is the so-called brother. He invited his system a team of scientists from a research facility in the United States, and a year later the first 10 new humans were born. Those 10 were the first generation of Myrmidons. Incidentally, I'm from the 4th generation. Our DNA comes from Left, Brother's younger brother. That means that we all share a face. Oh boy. Oh boy. And we are all given the same name, Left. Some people think that's weird, but individually seems much weirder to me. If everyone looks the same, there's no such thing as race, or even individuality. With cloning, you don't even need different genders. How could you get more equal than that? Still, there's a little random deviation and other factors can influence a clone's development. I was the best of my generation, so I was chosen to lead the Myrmidons. I was probably sent here because Brother noticed the caliber of my skills. My mission was to infiltrate this facility. When I was given my orders, I thought this was going to be my chance. In all my life, I've only ever once been punished for breaking our laws. It had to do with women. I had come in contact with some unclean, and I was considered corrupted. Even I was punished harshly and purified my soul. My dishonor remained. I wanted to prove my loyalty to Brother, so I was determined to be successful on this mission, no matter what. My entire purpose is to be part of the foundation of Brother's new world. Now that I've fulfilled that purpose, for the first time in my life, I understand what true happiness is.
Oh, Holy Father, Holy Brother, Holy Master.
You're fucking insane. You're fucking indoctrinated. And you're a fucking idiot.
My sacred mission is at last complete. With these two hands, mankind is saved.
His voice had taken on an almost reverent tone. As he finished speaking, he made some sort of odd sign over his chest. Vi shoved his hands away.
I don't care about your goddamn mission. You did this to us. Now we're going to...
She grabbed the rock he'd held over her only 10 minutes ago and lifted it over her head. Vi, what are you...
Shut up! You still haven't answered my question. I'm going to ask you one more time. What is the password for the number 0 bomb?
Bomb?
God damn it! Didn't I tell you to shut up? Now, tell me, what's the password?
He swung the rock down toward Dio's head.
Wait! Okay. Fine. It's not gonna do you any good, though. I completed my mission. What are you gonna do with the password at this point?
Use that info for another timeline, obviously.
Not your problem. Just give it to me. Otherwise...
Fine. No skin off my back. The password for the 0 bomb is LXA QNS GDQ.
Vi tossed the rock off to the side.
You heard that, right, Sigma?
Huh?
The password. I'm going to try my best to remember it, but I won't know if I manage to until after I make the jump. There's a chance I won't remember anything, so you need to memorize it, just in case. Got it?
I had absolutely no idea what she was talking about, but I was beginning to understand that it was probably pretty important. That in mind, I repeated the strange series of letters over and over in my head, doing my best to memorize them. LXA, QNS, GDQ. LXA, QNS, GDQ.
Okay. We're done with you. Let's go.
Go where?
Not sure, but I think he does. Get up.
Vi grabbed Dio's arm and hauled him to his feet. He jerked his arm away petulantly and began to walk. Is there a city near here?
Yeah. Well, not really a city, I guess. More like a shelter. Some people who survived the disaster live there.
Disaster? What disaster?
Just shut up and follow me. You can see for yourself.
I looked up. Must have been a clear night because there were more stars than I'd ever seen before. I thought I could even see the band of the Milky Way. And in the middle of the field of stars shone the full moon. A giant red orb looming in the center of the sky. Had it always been so big? Eh. Well, we got another one, I guess. Everybody still, the 4 people that are still there are gonna die though still, so it's still depressing. Yay. Woo. Dio's ending. Ooh. Fuck that guy. Seriously, fuck that guy. So... Let me see. So we've now got 3 endings. So Luna's ending is gonna be somewhere down here, somewhere past all this, at least from what I can see. I'm just trying to figure this out. Yeah, it's gonna be like some point down here. But it seems like it's not unlocked yet. Probably because you need to actually, like, go down this way. Or whatever. But clearly this one right here is Luna's bad ending. And from what I'm seeing, yeah, from what I'm seeing, there is no story lock down that way, so it should be okay for me to go down that route. Hopefully. Then afterward, I guess I'd have to go down the route that's near Dio. For 10 Myojis, maybe. Because once I get Luna's ending done, it's pretty much just get all these story locks handled and you're done, more or less. But for right now, I think we're gonna stop that and save this. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now. I want to play something else, that way we're just doing something else, really. So I'm just gonna close that for right now and chill out, so to speak. Let me see.